Hi everybody, it's Kimberly at Journal Breeze. Thank you for coming in, clicking on this to check out what it might be about. What I thought I would do was use many kits from Chapter 1 papers and use their seed packets and envelopes in various kits to show you different ways to use these pre-printed items. This is actually my design team project for Chapter 1, which I'm honored to be on their design team for another year. And I have been making all kinds of things from their envelopes and their seed packets over time, and I thought I would just share. I've kind of shared them here and there on Instagram, but I'm going to kind of walk you through how you might think about using them, and I also was going to show you this one in more depth later on. So kind of a little bit of a crafty thing, okay? So let me get you a little bit closer, and there we go. So let's just start. Okay, if I think about it too much, it'll take too long. All right, so this is a tall envelope that is likened after their Beyond Opulence tall envelopes. The Beyond Opulence is their second to last kit, and it is a tall one for sure that comes in the kit. I double print them. This is from Petite Fleur kit from a long time ago, but this is actually the envelope with this wonderful font, and this is how it's laid out on the page. I generally print them at 8 by 10, not fit to frame, so that they're a little bit smaller, so that there's plenty of room to use them in the tall journals. I'm sure they are probably the right size to use in a small journal because they know what they're doing, Sue and Jan, but I just want it to be a little bit smaller in case my tall journal might be so fat that it doesn't, every page isn't exactly the right width. So I wanted to have one out of this particular paper, which I really love. It's in the Country Cottage kit, which was the one before Beyond Opulence. The one out now is called Enchanted Garden, and then it was Beyond Opulence, and then it was Country Cottage. They are prolific right now, so if it sounds confusing, don't be. Just go to their website, and I will list the name of these kits in the description box. So I printed this out flat, and I printed it out double-sided with another one of their papers, and then I just, drew around it. And I came up with this. And then this I cut out of a Beyond Opulence journal tag. Look like this. There's 3 of these in a row with blue edging, and I made it smaller, 8 by 10, and then not fit to frame, and I was able to get this size, which I thought was really great. And I put that onto this envelope, and then I added this circle from a button, could be from Gail at Shabby Cottage Studio, and I added a little piece of ephemera from one of Chapter 1's former kits. This is from Beyond Opulence, little tag, and this is a piece, just a scrap I had from Paper Cameo to sort of complete the front. And then on the back, I make these tags by using a thick cardboard that I then glue a circle on top of, and then I glued another circle on top of that. And again, this was just punched out of one of the Country Cottage papers, and this was actually taken out of Beyond Opulence, as were these other wonderful circles. This is from a Tim Holtz paper, collage paper that I was gifted by Gina Goodling, and then on the bottom I punched out another 2-inch circle, or 1.5 inch. I think it's 2-inch from the paper cameo, and then a petite fleur smaller circle. So these are very, very hard, and it actually holds it down. That was my goal. And I actually had the first circle that's underneath this hard one go right over to the back. So this is the first circle, I think. Yeah. So I made the circle go over, and then I put hardboard circles on top of it. And that keeps this down. And that keeps the flaps down, which is my goal. And then this flap goes inside of here. And then this piece I've been putting over the lip of a journal. The last one on my YouTube called Sadie. This envelope is part of that journal. So this flips over the top of the page, and then this hangs over. And it's really, easy to make and kind of fun. I know most people put holes up there and then they tie a string, but I didn't want to do that. I felt like this fit that journal better, and that's why I made it. And then it fits all kinds of ephemera. It's also from the Country Cottage kit. And then this is a paper pad that I got. And it slips right in there. So it's do-it-yourself. This is from Petite Fleur also. So just, put stuff you like on there and make it your own envelope. This is from, I was going to look it up and I forgot. This is from, this is a seed packet. It's around the time of Forget-Me-Not. So it might be the one before Forget-Me-Not. I wish they were more chronological in their store so that when I say stuff like this, you could actually follow it. But it's an older one. It was definitely last year, and it was probably in the summer. Oh, you probably can't tell that either in the store. I'll try to find it and put it in the description box. That's the best thing. And then I added this little tag from one of their kits. I glued it down, and actually this was here. So I just wanted that to be on here. And then this wonderful, marvelous paper, all embossed looking, so lovely. And I made it a little paper pad. This is also the inside of one of their kits, or a paper from one of their kits. And then I glued this tag on. It's one of their antique floral ephemera pieces, and it just fit beautifully. So yeah, so you can have like a whole paper pad, and I think this fits down in there so it locks. It's really pretty, and a nice surprise if it's in a pocket. This is a seed pack that I literally just folded in half. This was on this side down here, and I folded it up, and I did not cut off this edge. Let me see if I can show you one here. Okay, so this is what a seed packet looks like. Well, I already glued that together, but okay, so when you fold up the bottom, there is a flap that would go on the inside of the seed packet normally, and you can choose to have it up, which is really cute, like what I did on this one, or you can choose to tuck it inside, and because of the coloring I tucked it inside. This one I left it up, and there's actually two pockets, one here and one here. And then on the other side I again took one of their cute tags, put cardboard on the other side, glued it only halfway, and then that becomes the way to seal it. Like that. So it lets you use these really cute tags instead of making circles and strings and that kind of thing, which is a cute look for some journals. And then a bunch of ephemera inside. Okay, and then I just put other ephemera pieces right in here. So it'd be a cute pocket, be a cute journal card to bring out, it'd be a surprise. Thought that was really sweet. They have so many cute little tags that come in all their kits. They fill the sides of the larger pieces up with all these cute options, and you probably know that. But I love that. I thought that was really, really sweet. This is another tall envelope, and you may wonder why it looks like this on this side. Oh, I printed this out. Yeah, looks like this. This is how it looks when you print it just at full 8.5 by 11. And then these are the cute little pieces that are on the side. And then I picked this beautiful piece from the Country Cottage kit to go on the inside. So beautiful. Just love it. So, yeah, I must have done it at that side. Okay. So I would probably glue this down in a journal on this side and let this be the part that shows. And I really love having the inside be a space to write, and you can also put a tag in there. So to hold this down, hold it together, I put these two circles on opposite sides, because to put this one here would be if you were to glue this down, then you could put this in the middle. It'd be perfect, right? But I wanted to have it be openable and have it be writable, have it be a secret place for writing. Now this silver little tag that says "Made with Love," I put gold paint all over it so that it doesn't say, so that it doesn't ring silver, but it rings gold. And then for these little rhinestone looking pieces, I took a flat-headed brad. It's like a little flower brad. Yeah, and then the brad pieces are underneath on each piece. And then this is the tag inside, and then you can write on this beautiful paper. It's laid paper. Can you see that texture? Whoops, going out of focus. Oh my goodness sakes. Take your time. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's got lines that are raised, so it's beautiful to write on. And I didn't want the brad ends showing, so I simply glued the flat-backed rhinestone onto this little flower-headed brad. They look like little kid brads to me. They're very colorful, and I bought a whole bunch at the thrift store, so I have no idea who they're by or anything. But they're flat, so I like that. They're cute even without anything on them. But that, to me, was like the perfect way to get these wonderful rhinestones on there. Yeah, so that turned out cute. And then this guy could even slip in from the bottom. And then the lip in there will keep it from falling out. So, another beautiful couple of pieces from Country Cottage. And then these are from the tall envelopes, which again look like this, from Beyond Opulence. Gorgeous. They can be glued on the sides so that you get a regular envelope, or you can glue the bottom and not the top, and then you have a tall envelope style. It really is entirely up to you what you do. But that's what I did. I glued these. Actually, yeah, I glued these, and then I took variegated silk. Sorry, it's from, I get it from Kiss Cross or something like that. I'll write it in the description box. And the back, this back part is the fold at the top that goes, you have to cut off, either cut off or glue it down really solid. And then when you flip it up, that would be open because you've glued it or you've cut it, and this goes right inside of there, and that's what holds it shut. So I put the ribbon inside of it. Now this has the tall envelope top. So this particular one of Beyond Opulence, unlike this, which has the short, was made to be the tall. Okay, so that speaks to that. But actually, when they're in the journal, you can do either way. And I decided not to glue it down because why? You know, you can just have it like that. And then inside, I picked this beautiful paper. It's from Paper Cameo. And it's from her Madonna kit with a lot of Madonna things around Christmas. And then these I got from, I don't know, Timeless Treasure maybe. And I folded them with the envelope instead of separately. And then just tied this in a bow. And then I put this end in there. Then you have this really delightful place to write, to store. It could store a lot more papers. You know, whatever it is you'd like to do. It doesn't need the bow. You could put an eyelet at the top. It really is just so pretty, and it would fit in a lot of different areas that the tall one may not fit. And you could also just have it be totally a storage area for a lot of ephemera that fits inside. So I like that idea, and with a pretty colored sari or a ribbon or whatever you choose, it makes it really beautiful. Alrighty, so this is along the same lines. It's another tall envelope. It's one of the dark pink ones. And it had a top that I liked how these three things were showing. So I folded the top flap back and glued it down. And then I glued together the back and the back. So in other words, I glued this to this. Okay, which then leaves you this envelope and this envelope. So this has two pockets. So I have a heart in the back and a heart in the front. Those are both from Paper Cameo. And then I glued the sides. I glued it completely down so it doesn't open and it's sturdy. And then I turn the top over, and it's kind of a cute paper on top that goes well with this, but this lace and this embellishment I thought really finished it off beautifully. It just looks really old and really pretty. So again, it could be over a page, it could be over a belly band, it could be in a pocket, anything that you want to do. It would work out well. And then these are the smaller envelopes from Beyond Opulence. Nice selection. And this is one I made by tracing. This is actually from Paper Cameo. And they're really gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I am using those in journals, but I also cut out these small Victorian ladies, and they just fit beautifully in this cameo effect of the background. Let's see if I can show you. Well, I don't have a small one, but By cameo effect, I mean this frame cameos the woman. So I tried to place her on envelopes where the least of this back would show. And I also added a lace to lay behind her that kind of diffused the fact that there was a different background. What I wanted to stand out was the trim of this outer part of the design. Like here, for example, you could put her in there, and then you would have this frame around her, and her head would end up like right below that, and her feet would be somewhere down here. So it's a beautiful way to use these. And I watercolored them. They all came black, like that. And then I took watercolor. This was a mica watercolor. I did the red and then the 2 shades of blue. And then I did this gold one. Cut up a piece of lace. Looks a little bit like a tree, like some sort of greenery up there. The design in the arching of the design in the lace. And put gold mica paint, watercolor, high pigment watercolor on her. So you see the background, but you really don't see it. You just see her and the lace. And then this one, I did a blue mica, and I put a little piece of lace across the top like an arch, and I placed her head right in these flowers. And she fills the cameo well. So that was fun. I got these dolls from theartscavenger.com. All right, so then that takes us to the one that I was going to show you in a little more depth. Let me see. So I kind of cut this out for you, so I wouldn't take the time. But I took a regular sized yeah, this is big too. Just a regular sized seed packet. They're tiny. They're like this, unfolded. And I just make it larger on my printer. I just make it larger. And, cut it in half and make it fill the page kind of thing. And then I double-sided it. So I used this Country Cottage for the back. Love it. It's just a beautiful paper all by itself. And then I used this on the front. So let me just cut out the rest of it. I wanted you to get a sense of how big it is. You can make it any size. I've made bigger. If you crop a lot, I'll show you. Where's that bigger one? Yeah, this is even bigger. Or maybe not. Maybe it's the same size. Oh, a little bit bigger. Yeah. So you just have to keep cropping. And then you just have to be sure it doesn't go off the edge. And I copied it. Yeah, I love this paper. Summer. This is antique floral, and this is like summer. It's a summer kit, I think. Or Love Me Not. I don't remember. And this is the regular size seed packet. So you can see you have to go a lot bigger if you want to do that. Make it in small works, but then you have to use smaller ephemera, which they have adorable ephemera in this kit. Really cute ephemera. And I printed them both, the ephemera sheets, at 5x7. So this would be a whole sheet, and they'd be much bigger pieces. But if you print them at the 5x7, they fit beautifully inside of these pieces. So it's fun. I don't work in miniature very much, but it's fun once in a while for me to do that. So that's what that's about. So anyway, here's the deal. So we're going to fold up the bottom. I'm using laid paper, and I think it's 24 pounds, something like that. And then we're going to put this side in, and we're going to cut part of it off. Okay. So this is the outside. And so you can see we're going to turn this up. So I added this number 163 up here, which is one of the circles that comes off of the seed packets. And then after I folded this up, I added a piece of scrappy paper I had. And these are the little guys on this, only even tinier. Maybe not. They're the same size, 5 by 7. Oh, and I also, I cut up an oval that was on the paper. The piece of paper that I just cut when I made this thing larger had an oval left over from the other seed packet that was right in here. So I cut it out and I glued it on here, and then I glued the 163 on top. So really what I'm saying is, if you want to, you can add a piece to this, a scrappy piece to this, to make it look really different from the seed packet. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so now we're going to fold this over. Okay, and we're going to bend this down. I love this, and that's why I wanted to bend it down. You don't have to bend it down. You can do whatever you want. And then I'm going to cut off this part that's left over. Hope you guys are doing well this weekend, having an opportunity to craft and also have some time with your family and good food to celebrate Easter or just celebrate family love, whatever it is for you. It's definitely a warm and sunny day here in Southern California for a change. Gosh, it's been 2 weeks since we had rain, and I think that's the longest we've gone. Maybe 3 now, maybe 3 weeks. The longest we've gone since before Christmas. That is just unheard of. I've lived in California for, well, since what, 76. And it's never rained this much. Never, ever. Okay, so we're going to glue this down. Okay. Alright, so glue that down, and then we're going to take this side. Look at how cute that is. I don't glue that down because that's just so cute. So I leave it flappy. I actually added a scrap down here to kind of make this more intriguing. And I think maybe one of these little pieces would go cute there. Because I like the color, but I don't really like how plain it is. So one of these could go there. So now I'm going to turn this up. Shallow pocket. And, oh, yeah. So I am going to put that up this time. Again, you can tuck it down, you can put it up, whatever you want to do. And then I'm going to glue around the edge, so that there's two places to put ephemera. Oh, that's so cute. And I think I'll glue that and that. Okay. Isn't that adorable? And I like how this matches that. It looks like a little window box. So like, oh, I know what I can get. Oh, how cute will this be? This is from another kit from chapter 1, and they have all these cutouts, floral cutouts. Oh, it's not quite right. Anyway, I was not really looking to decorate it. I was looking to put these in. Oh, is that cute? Oh, that's so cute. See, this is another seed packet that I just turned up and made 2. I use their seed packets all the time to store stuff. Oh, that's so cute. It could even go down there. Need to cut them a little better, and oh gosh, that's so cute. And distress. Oh my gosh. I think that is really adorable. I don't know that I want to do anything else to it. It's so cute. Oh, look at this little one. But you get the drift. So it's play, 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 play. So let's cut out. Let's see, what do we want to cut out? That's cute too. And then something has to go down here. Oh, I added another pocket to go down here on this one. And this one, I covered it with a scrap, but I'm not going to because I'm going to keep that. Let's see. Let's see. Wow. This would be cute. And it could kind of be a tiny mini pocket, possibly. It is fun to have little surprises. I don't know. I think I like it better over there. Okay, so let's see. These will need to be backed. Is anybody still having snow? What are we, April 10th? Is anybody still having snow? Colorado seems to have snow in April. I pay attention because I was offered a job there one time, and I paid attention to the weather, and I really don't like the snow. I don't like the cold, and the snow isn't pretty for very long. That's the problem with snow. It's only pretty when it first falls, and then it's really sludgy and dirty. So they kept saying, the snow doesn't stick. It's not, as much as you think, blah, blah, blah. In Denver, up in the mountains, different story. So, okay, so this one has to go here and this here. Oh, isn't that cute? I'm feeling like I need to do something with the flower because I did on the other side. Oh, that is adorable. Oh, that is so cute. But I don't want to glue it down. Oh, okay, so if I glue this to cardboard, then it would be stiff and it would hold that down. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'll only glue it here. I'll glue it only here. It'll be stiff and it'll hold that down. And then when you want to see that cute side, you can. In the meantime, I can glue this up here. Oh, I like that. That's what I'll do. I'll glue this up here. Let's see if I can hide some of that white. I think chapter 1's little bits and pieces that come in all their kits, and then there's some kits that are just bits and pieces, and they're perfect too. You can just have those sitting somewhere near your desktop, and you will be forever finding just the perfect thing. amongst the group of the variety. There's such variety in what they provide. It's amazing. There's very Victorian-oriented ones, and there's more modern ones. There's a variety of colors. There's all kinds of textures. They're just so handy for so many things, I think. Okay, that looks good there. And that like that. Okay, let's see if I can cut up some of this white. So I have little envelopes all over all my little workspaces from their kits. And I forget what's in there, so it's always fun to go through. And that's how I continue to kind of come up with Victorian lady stuff, because they did have a Victorian lady kit and hat kit, and there was a lot of little pieces that were in the Victorian lady kit that weren't hats. And, okay, so this has to be on cardboard or something stiff. So let's see. Okay, so this is stiff, so I'm going to glue this down. Oh, this is going to be a pain to cut out. Ugh. I don't mind cutting straight lines. I prefer it sometimes. I have different types of, cutters, the choppy type and the wire type and all of that. But I hardly ever use them unless I'm doing borders, sort of massive borders. Okay, so let's see. But now we're talking about cutting out this flower. Okay, so I'll use my smaller Tim Holtz scissors. So this is going pretty fast. I'm going to have to distress it again. But don't you love crafting when you don't really have to stick with a plan and you can just go with what feels or comes to mind and what just seems to be at the moment the perfect piece that you come across? That's what I love about this craft. It's just, it's just the options are just endless, and you don't have to have a lot of restrictions on you, I mean, I don't know where you are in life, but, when we work, which I do, and when we, have responsibilities, and when we're taking care of our health, and, these things require thought and responsibility and discipline, and, those aren't bad words. I'm grateful that there's answers and there's ways to do things that you can get into a routine on, but it's so nice to come up with designs and things that you absolutely love that did not require any discipline, any saying no, any limits, anything. I mean, I can do that and come up with stuff I don't like, but when I come up with stuff I do like, it's super fun. Okay, so you just kind of got to watch it so that your glue doesn't go over the flap. Oh, that looks so cute. Okay, but now I have put so much distress on that piece that I am going to have to really distress the rest for it to not be such a glare. And by having that piece holding that down, I don't really need to cover that because I'm perfectly happy with it. It just was too much of a blank area in my mind. So, and then the last thing is I want to get some larger ephemera to put in there, but not so large that it covers up this darling design. Okay, so then this tucks in here. All right, I'm going to steal one from this. See what this looks like? So I'm going to steal this. This is from the kit, and it's perfect. So you can see the wonderful flowers on the top, this cute border here. That's why I like this as the inside paper, because I love this border. And then on the other side, I'm going to distress and glue that there, and then I'm going to distress and glue that there. Oh my gosh, how adorable. And then who knows, maybe I'll find somewhere for this, but I don't know, I think there's enough of that design on there. So cute. And I'll distress this side and maybe put a hole in there, and then have a ribbon. I have a pinky ribbon, silk Sari ribbon that would probably look adorable there. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope some of these ideas for using the pre-printed envelopes and seed packets will, be of help and interest to you. Love how we can put the lace on these, the Sari ribbon on this one, and this little guy with the paper pad inside, and then this tall one that was made by tracing onto another piece of paper from their kit and decorated with a lot of bits and pieces. So thank you so much for joining me. I'd love to hear any thoughts you have in the comments, especially if you have ideas that you could share with me. I'd love to hear that, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.